Hello, this is Electron Man, and this is part 6 of my in-scale layout. Um, it's been about a week since I posted. Last time I posted, I'd kind of decided on my layout design, and I thought I'd kind of give you an update today, and I probably should put the heading, "What a mess." But actually, I got to thinking, this is a good time. I'm getting ready to kind of start sorting some things out, and I'll clean it up and I'll do a little. This is not a how-to. This is more of a kind of a chronological how every week I progress on building this. I will give you some how-to tips as I go along, but there's lots of videos out there on how to do all this. In fact, I have referenced them myself on how to put a lot of this together. But anyway, this is kind of I showed you what my layout plan was. Well, this is the state it's in right now, and it looks like a mess because it is, but I thought it was kind of a good time to lay out some stuff. Now I don't know if I can get in here close, but if you can kind of tell there, I solder all my joiners, and just because I plan on this being a permanent, and I'm not using Unitrack, so this track's really not that expensive. And honestly, even if I wanted to reuse that, I could just heat that up and that solder would come right off. But I feel like it gives a lot more. I really go for to where you can't even get a fingernail hook. See, I can just run my fingernail on those joints. I don't get anything. I also use this is actually a set of track wheels or on a train, and I'll run it over it, see how smooth it rolls. But that's just kind of something I do just to make sure it's progressing. I'm not gonna have any re-rails, and I might have to file here or there, but I'm pretty meticulous about going through it. It looks like a real mess now. I used liquid nails for my to actually secure my track down to the bed, to the track liner or track bed. I really like this foam track bed. It has its ups and downs. The one thing I like about cork is cork's a little stiffer, and it seems like that the glue sticks a little better to the cork than it does this. But either way, I mean, it's definitely secured down good. Yeah, with anyway, the reason I'm doing this video is because I wanted to kind of show the tools that you need. I know it's a disarray right now, but I've actually made a whole lot of headway. I've spent about, I guess I would say I've spent about 2 hours a night on this for the last week, so I probably got 12 or 14 hours worth of work in this. This track is all bedded down good. Like I said, I use liquid nails, the construction foam friendly version. It doesn't dry clear, but I'm gonna the bedding that I'm gonna put down on this, or the ballast I guess they call it, is gonna be, I'm gonna do like a sand, so it's gonna be an earth tone anyway. So I think this really is gonna fit in nice with it. In fact, I don't think I'm gonna have to do much with the center of the track, as I'll probably do most of my ballasting on the outside rails, and I'll probably, since I got it so close to the end, I'll go ahead and just ballast all the way out here, and of course on the corners I'll do some green with my green matting and some ballasting. But I'm getting into I haven't even finished the track yet, and I'm already getting into the design or the scenery part. But I'm looking forward to getting to that, because this is it's a bigger project than you think when you take it on. I'm really enjoying it though. It's a stress reliever. It's nice to come home from work and kind of sit back and get your mind off everything, but building this layout. Anyway, back to the tools I'm using. I found out that this flex shot, which is that stuff you get on TV, it's like it's 100% silicone, but it comes out really nice and neat out of the can, and it's it's like an aerosol. I've been using it to actually glue my track bedding down, and and then I, of course, go back after it's dry, and then I lay the track with the liquid nails. But I've been using that, but I'm just going to kind of go through all the different stuff I've been using. Of course, you're always going to need a Sharpie. Use that to do a lot of the marking, and I've had to cut some track, etc. Of course, you always need a good pair of diagonal dikes. I got a couple different pair of needle nose. I've got these little shorties here, and then I've got these offset ones, which these offset ones are real nice too. You can kind of get down in the track and kind of tweak it that way with that offset on there. And of course, you need a good pocket knife. I've got me a nice utility knife here. Got me a little 10 ounce, 12 ounce hammer here. ball peen that I use to, I'll show you a little trick here in just a minute that's really cool that I found, but I use that, you know, to kind of straighten, and I bought these, well, I'll go ahead and tell you now, I bought these Thumbtacks, and these are from Dollar General. I think they're $1 for like 100 or 200, whatever, one of these little packs here. In fact, here's what the pack looks like. They're just Thumbtacks, and that's 80 count actually. There's 80 of them in there. But what I found out, which I kind of found out by accident, is that, take a look at this right here, see if I can get a good view of that. See that right there? That is a perfect track nail. And what I found out is with these Thumbtacks, if you take your needle nose and get it high up at the collar, and then take the other pair of needle nose and just pop it, it pops the white head off, and you end up with this perfect little nail bed track. So I've been I don't have to buy nail tracks. I mean, it's about a 1/4 inch long. I mean, it is perfect for using it, and I don't have a lot of tacks in my track, mainly in areas where I want it to hold down good while the glue is drying, and if it's kind of wanting to torque on me a little bit, I used them. You know, there's probably 20 tacks in here now, so really I used liquid nails and a little bit of tacks, and the tacks were just to make sure everything stayed level. I mean, I want these curves to be nice and level. But anyway, moving on to that, I think is a really cool tip, and if you're really interested in it, I'll actually do a separate video of me how I'm making those. But basically, like I said, you just grab them at the very head there, and you can take another pair of needles and pop the flat piece, the white piece off, and you end up with a perfect nail track. I've got a little portable butane soldering iron. That's what I was using to solder my track. I've got some flux solder here. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of liquid flux too, but actually this flux solder's been doing really good. Just make sure you know, it's a balance. You don't want to get it too hot to where you're melting the track, but usually I cut away one tie where I'm soldering, and you want to get it just hot enough to melt it, and not. I actually use this right here to kind of soak up the heat, a little flat washer after I do it. What else do I got as far as parts? Of course, you're going to need here's my liquid nails project, and of course you're going to need your caulk gun, and I think that was a couple bucks. It was really cheap. And you need your Dremel tool. I use this to clean up any solder areas that I need to, and it's got a general universal cut wheel on it. And I'm not, you know, obviously to cut track. This is like I think this is an investment. If you're going to do any track building, you're really going to need your nice little Dremel tool. I call this Dremel. This is actually a Black & Decker, but it's a Dremel knockoff. It's actually a really good one. It's variable speed, and had it for years, and good luck with it. What else do I have here that on this bed? Oh, you could use a punch, but I'm actually using this because it's kind of got like a concave flat edge to go ahead and push my nail tacks down all the way. You don't want to go too far, but you want to get them to where they're seated, and I'm just using that with the hammer to seat that. But I think that pretty much covers all of the of course you're going to need had to buy me some, you know, it's a stainless steel rail joiners for end scale. I'm using flex track on some of this, but not a whole lot of it. Like this long run here in the front, since it's one long straight piece, I use flex track there. Around my circle, I use flex track there, and I'm going to go on that. That's probably going to be part 6, but I'm going to talk about this back here because I'm going to clean all this up after I get this edited and up, and flip the board around so that I can finish up. As you can see, really I'm 2/3 of the way done with the track. I've got it all. I've actually got that stuff weighted down over there because I just glued that down today. But as you can see, I've got a good 2/3 of the track done. I really only got the back straightaways or the back switch that I've got left to do. Anyway, I just wanted to do an update. Like I said, I'm going to do weekly updates on this, and that's where I'm at on my end scale. It's I'm figuring probably got about 20 hours in the build right now. So, you know, if you're planning on going in this and building a layout in a couple hours, don't even start. I mean, I haven't even started in really the scenery. I've got some more ordering to do on scenery stuff. I need trees. I've got buildings and stuff. I kind of showed on my horde all the animals and cars and stuff I got, but we'll get more into the scenery after I get the track done. But anyway, this is just, like I said, kind of an update. Please subscribe to my channel so that you can get these weekly updates, and have a good day. This is the Electron Man.